Well, it seems that Wizards of the Coast is now targeting Yugi tubers to promote their Magic 30th Anniversary Edition. And this poor soul definitely got the short end of the stick. Let's go ahead and talk about what happened and how this affected a lot of people's view on the very, very sketchy motives of Wizards of the Coast. Welcome on in, Dragonfolk. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I know I am. My name is Ashen Wings, and I am, of course, here to talk about more awesome cardboard drama. So today, we are going to be talking about the absolutely insane development between Wizards of the Coast and a Yugi tuber by the name of Ruxin34. Now, Ruxin34, obviously, they have a ton of content on their channel based on YuGiOh, a card game that I am quite familiar with, and I do genuinely enjoy, or at least I enjoyed in the past. I have not dug myself deep into a competitive scene of it since. And I've always enjoyed the fun little, ways you can trick out your deck. But YuGiOh aside, I wanted to talk about what has been happening with this specific issue. So, Ruxin34 was contacted by Wizards of the Coast, and they had said, hey, listen, we've got product here that's promoting a 30th anniversary for us, and you have quite a pretty giant audience. So if you wouldn't mind, we'll give you some stuff, and we can make a contract and get it all signed up, and then you can go ahead and make a video, and also maybe like Instagram Reels or something of the sort. And that will actually be enough to kind of begin your contracted agreement, your sponsorship with us as Wizards of the Coast. And normally when you get somebody like Wizards of the Coast and you've been covering things like Yu-Gi-Oh for a long time, sometimes you just take it, right? There's no reason, while granted all of their content on Ruxin34's channel is specifically Yu-Gi-Oh, it is mentioned in a video that was published and now is currently on private that was promoting the Magic 30th Anniversary Edition, that Ruxin actually had only a very, very small idea into the Magic the Gathering world. Only knew about the Alpha, Beta, Unlimited openings that people like Open Boosters do, and has only really kept up with those things. Now, throughout the course of the video, which of course you can't watch anymore, it is privated, Ruxin proceeds to open 2 boxes of the Magic 30th Edition for Wizards of the Coast. Now, for those of you who do not know what that is, the Magic 30th Edition is a $1,000 product that consists of 4 booster packs with 15 randomized cards in them, all of them having a non-tournament legal back on the card, as well as portraying a bunch of art from the original beta set, with a modern border or a retro frame border. Also including some tokens that, the fact they're giving you tokens in these packs is atrocious considering it's about $250 a pack, but whatever. So you look at this concept, and Yu-Gi-Oh is a place that usually the realm is very narrow-minded, right? Magic people tend to know about Magic. Yu-Gi-Oh people tend to know about Yu-Gi-Oh. Pokemon people tend to know about Pokemon, right? That's kind of the scope. If you're a general collector, sometimes you know a little bit more about one or the other. But in this case, Ruxin34 did not actually know anything about the severity of this product. So after opening it and, having their fun opening it, he makes sure to give a link in the description letting people know where they can purchase this and so on and so forth. And let me tell you, he got flamed, right? And I wouldn't even say he got flamed, right? Because you have to realize that this entire thing is not Ruxin34's fault. And I would not go about to blaming Ruxin34. Granted, a little bit, he does claim is his own fault because this did spur enough of a big issue for him to make an apology video about him promoting said product simply because he had no idea on it. And this is just further to the point that if you are to get a sponsorship from somebody, even if it is somebody like Wizards of the Coast, you should research the product and see whether or not it's something that you support and something that you personally would want to sponsor. So unfortunately, throughout all the comments, everybody was telling him about how this product is not actually tournament legal, how the cards are not real for play. It's specifically a collector's item that people have to spend $1,000. And these are all things that unfortunately he did not proceed to say in his video. I did end up watching the entirety of the video. I'm sure it is somewhere on the internet somewhere. I know that Jake and Joel Are Magic made a reaction video to it. So if you really wanted to watch the whole thing, they do kind of watch the whole thing there. But not once was any mention of tournament legality or the fact that there was a price attached to these. It simply was you should go to look at these packs and possibly buy them if that's something that you're interested in. And of course, Ruxin made an apology saying that he should have looked more into the product and should have actually made his own decision in regards to what to do going forward with a sponsorship like this. Again, it's a rough time, especially with this weird, like, almost manipulative, grooming sense that Wizards of the Coast is doing this for, right? Wizards of the Coast this is not the first time this has happened with this product. This product has been sent out to several professional sports athletes, and all they needed to do was take a picture of it and post it on Twitter that they got it and that they thanked Wizards of the Coast for it. That's it, right? Professional sports athletes got this before it was even released to promote it on their social media pages. Now they're targeting other TCGs as well, such as YuGiOh, and going after YuGiOh creators to specifically talk about a product that us, the Magic community, at least I would imagine 95%, maybe even more, dislike, right? We don't like the product. And I may not like the product for the same reason you don't like the product, but at the end of the day, we both don't like the product. And that is the key point here. They are not going to Magic the Gathering creators, not even small creators like myself, maybe people with like 10,000 subscribers, 5,000 subscribers. They're not even giving it to people who have well over that. They're not getting that product. And the reason being is because these people are, what I would imagine, is denying a sponsorship with Wizards of the Coast for this product because it is not good. And they know, since they've been part of this scene for a long time, that it is not good. So where does this lead us, right? What does this show? This shows that, frankly, Wizards of the Coast is trying to, personally, I believe, deceive people from other like different realms of the world into trying to get their hands onto something like this. And they put these people under contract, which is unfortunate because, there's several things that go into place as far as this goes. And I'm sure there's other things that Ruxin 34 has to complete in order for him to complete this contract. But let's be honest, he's already gone about and just cutting ties. Right? He's contacted Wizards, he's gone over them, and he's gone, hey, I don't want to do this anymore, right? I'm not a big fan of this, and I just like to start from scratch, and we just like cut it as it is. And there was no mention of him sending back that product, but I'd imagine he would because he's got no reason to have it. But I am very disgusted at these methods because we have Wizards of the Coast giving out $1,000 boxes of 4 packs of cards to sports athletes who probably could give 2 rats' butts about anything to do with Magic the Gathering. Then they're sending them off with everybody at the Magic 30th event, but only if you were the highest paying VIP member at $750 a ticket. Then They went ahead and gave one to every LGS, one to every LGS, which is fine, but you're giving them one. What are they going to do with that? That's handing an LGS $1,000 and then not fixing any of the problems that an LGS actually has. So it's nothing. It's a slap in the face to an LGS. Now you have them contacting all of these other YouTubers and all these other content creators who have nothing to do with the Magic the Gathering scene and are now trying to promote their product on other people's sites because they know that if we, the Magic the Gathering community, on content creating and so on and so forth, if we got our hands on it, it would not be very great. I know Joey Moss over at Bad Boy Gaming, I haven't seen his video, but I know he axed one of those packs and he's giving some stuff away for it, I think, or I'm not too sure how he's doing it, but he's essentially promoting the product in a way. I don't think any of us should be buying this. And if any of you are from a different TCG, even such things as Flesh and Blood, or Yu-Gi-Oh, or Pokemon, or Weiss, or Duel Masters, or Vanguard, or Force of Will, whatever, Digimon, whatever it might be, make sure to keep an eye. just make sure to keep an eye on your favorite content creator for your card game, because there very much could be an opportunity where Wizards will go in and try to snag a few thousand people from a community to try and buy a product that your creators will then try to promote as something good. Now, I have the hope that most people will do their research. They will look at something like this and they will go, wow, this is the thing that literally even Wall Street and actual news is talking about. Maybe I shouldn't be promoting this on my channel, right? But we can't be so hopeful. I just want you to please, as a PSA from me to you, right? Please do your own research in regards to this product. Or you can take my word on it if you really want to. If you want my personal opinion on the product, I'll give it to you right now, okay? And we're going to make another video on this later, right before it drops, because this is due to drop in about 3 days as of the recording of this video. So if you want my honest opinion about it 3 days before it releases, here's what I'm going to tell you. I don't care what you do with your money, okay? You're an adult. You can make your own financial decisions, and if this is something you want to spend it on, go for it. Am I going to look down on you, whether or not you're a Magic the Gathering creator or some small-time collector who just ran into a little bout of money? I don't care what you do with it, right? Doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to look down on you either way. You do what you want to do with your money. Personally, though, I don't like the product, right? And the reason I don't like the product is because, one, the price is extremely high for a collector product, okay? Because it's just not, it's just not like a little thing that they're doing. Oh, it's a limited release, right? So whatever. They've been giving out this limited release to everybody and their mother who was not in the Magic the Gathering community, or if you've already spent nearly the amount that you would have paid for an anniversary edition already at a Magic the Gathering event. That is the only time they're giving it away for free, and that is the only time in which it is actually worth your money to get something like that. Now, to get it for free and then promote it for Wizards, that's a moral decision you have to make. But at the end of the day, I know that I would never do something like that. And I am only at 870 some subscribers right now. I would never do that. And the reason being is because I don't like the product. And I know, right? Everybody's thinking, oh, but think of the contract, think of the views, think of the insane, things that you can get from Wizards, and you'll be able to just work for Wizards and promote all their product from this point forward. I don't care. All right, I don't care about that. I care more about my morality than I do about shilling out to a company that is willing to quite literally pull the rug over a entire different TCG's community without any knowledge of what the product is that they're sponsoring, right? No knowledge of it prior whatsoever. I think that is the most disgusting thing. I think the fact that they're not promoting it more towards actual people in their community is just awful, okay? And that's not to say that I only want the Magic the Gathering people to be talking about Magic the Gathering, right? Magic the Gathering is trying to be inclusive in a lot of ways and know that there are other people out in other TCGs who are also just not as happy as we are, right? There are people over in Yu-Gi-Oh! Who are claiming that Konami's doing some nonsense, right? You've got people in Flesh and Blood who are upset about some things every now and again. Like, everybody's got a reason to be upset at some point, right? But I have never been more unified in my decision with myself and also the rest of the Magic the Gathering community in how bad this product is. And I don't think that it was a very good call for them to quite literally start talking to people outside of the Magic the Gathering community and going, hey, this person doesn't know anything about Magic. Let's give them a $1,000 product, and all they got to do is say yes, sign on the dotted line. All right, cool. Here's your boxes. Just shout us out on Twitter, right? That's not going to make the people of Magic the Gathering buy your stuff. There's not a 10-year-old who looks up to a sports athlete and sees that sport athlete tweet about a Magic 30th anniversary edition and go, "Oh man, I can't wait to go buy that. Oh, it's $1,000. Oh, well, let me go get my mom's credit card and buy it." That's never going to happen. There's no promoting to the outside world with a $1,000 product. You promote to them with something like Jumpstart, right? Jumpstart is something that you promote to an outside environment. It's got a quick way for you to learn the mechanics. It's got plenty of different mechanics for you to learn all in one specific set. No two decks are ever going to be the same unless for some reason you get a jank box. It's just, that's the product that you'd want to start giving to people and go, oh man, I got these Jumpstart packs. I played around with my friends and I really had a great time. It's just not good, okay? And now that we're off topic, I want to bring it back and again just talk about the fact that I don't like the fact that it's booster product. I don't like the fact that you have to open packs in order to get 15 randomized cards, and then if you actually wanted to collect the set and collect all of them, you'd have to buy all of them online and through singles anyway. If you wanted to have a draft with your friends, you would have to buy several of these boxes, and that's thousands of dollars. Whereas any place can replicate a draft like that for much cheaper using means that are now being significantly banned all throughout and being taken down through cease and desists. There's so many problems with this product, and that's my view on it, right? I think it could have been such a better PR for Wizards if they have done literally anything else that was cheaper and more inclusive. But instead, this was not the move. And now they are paying the price. Their stocks are falling. Their entire TCG community is pissed off at them for it. You've got now all these other YouTubers who have huge audiences, right? All these other YouTubers with huge audiences are now being told that Wizards of the Coast did this thing and essentially just completely blindsided them to the fact that this is a product that they shouldn't be promoting. And now the rest of the other communities are like, wow, that's kind of a garbage thing for Wizards to do. Like, thank you for coming out and making an apology video. I could literally talk about this forever, and I hope to make a more detailed video about it come Sunday when we hope to have something like that out. But for right now, I just wanted to bring this to your attention about the Ruxin 34 thing. And I am so sorry. If you ever end up hearing this, Ruxin, I am so sorry for one, if I've ever butchered your name. And two, that Wizards of the Coast, a company that we all have been buying product from for years, has decided to essentially swindle you into being their lapdog to promote a product that the rest of this community does not like. And I hope that your taste for Magic is not gone. I hope you can still find joy in Magic by still watching those Alpha, Beta, Unlimited booster pack openings. You know, I hope maybe one day you can even get one for yourself and open it on your channel. That will be something much more pure, and I promise you, much more exciting than opening one of these on your channel. So thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate your support. That was a lot of me talking, and I do appreciate that you sit here and let me keep your attention for more than 5 minutes. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this whole thing, about, your opinions on everything in the matter, and how this has affected you. And while you're down there leaving that comment, make sure to like the video and also subscribe to the channel as well if you have not already. And you can also find our Patreon link in the description down below. You can always go ahead and join us on there if you're looking to support in a more monetary sense, but it is definitely not necessary. So, thank you all so much. And remember, please remember, do your research and don't buy Magic 30th Edition. I'll see you all real soon. Nerd out.